Are we going back?
I think so.
Are we back? Yes, we're back.
Are we?
Right? I mean, I feel like I'm here. Do you feel like you're there? How
Okay,
bizarre.
we're gonna hold on a little bit.
Okay.
See if people come back because I don't know if it.
How strange. It's not an internet thing.
I wonder.
What do you think it is?
I don't know. I have a feeling that it was like an OBS connection. We're just like live troubleshoot right now.
We're not Princess and Scoundrel right now. We're just Steven and Sarah. What was that? What happened? We are back. Okay. Well, there you go.
Dan's there. Dan, did you have to go to a new stream or is it the same one?
Well, that's a great question. Good question. Would you like to take a survey on your experience so far tonight? Is it the internet?
Okay, it's a new stream.
Oh.
Okay, so it like completely stopped that last one.
It was so weird. Like, it was just a pop-up on our side that was like, yep, you ended your stream.
Good job. You did a good job, kid.
We had a feeling this was going to go south, so we just ended it for you. You guys peaked already.
Yeah, YouTube was like, it was good. It was a good run. Time to go to bed.
Oh, man. New stream just kept refreshing. Take 2. Maybe the internet's just like, nah, y'all, you got armbands to make tonight. I was determined to finish those armbands yesterday. Have I started the armbands?
No.
Will I have armbands next week? Nah, probably not.
No, the thing is like I'm not really like too stressed about anything that we're making. Like I'm trying to just like
stress.
I'm just compartmentalizing all the things that we
got lots
making.
of buckets.
So it's
right
like,
now.
okay, yeah, let me get this. Like, what things do I need?
Yeah, like my armbands would be the next thing on my list that I want to do, and then if I have time, I want to make a new belt. And then if I have time, I'm going to make some new hair
It better not be Nate because I'll kick him out. Kick him out.
Oh, yeah. What I was going to say probably wouldn't fly either. We don't want to get cut off. But yeah, I've prioritized. I think I actually have 3 things left to make. 4, I guess, technically. And I'm doing them in priority. So like my armbands, I'd really like. Okay. And then if I get those done, cool. It's like everything else is just like icing on top. I'll be okay if I don't get anything else done. I'll be bummed, but yeah, we'll be fine. Hey, Meet Upon Maine is here too. Welcome to the second stream of the evening. This is the better, more enhanced version.
Hopefully.
This is the highbrow version. The first one was...
Right now, the only thing I killed was the music. So I have a feeling that may have been it.
That's why I got quieter.
Yeah. So
like, did the AC
there's
turn
no
off
like mood music right now. We're gonna try that out, but I feel like.
Do you want me to make the music?
Sure. Just don't get us. Oh, talking about music.
Yes. Oga's Cantina.
No, the dragon getting burned down.
Oh, that was a very weird jump. You're talking about Fantasmic at Disneyland. Speaking of music, the dragon. Yeah, dude, the Fantasmic dragon like caught on fire.
I love the videos of they showing Mickey like F this stuff I'm out, and he just like
he like goes into like a trap door, just like lowers down. Because that was my first thought was like I saw it on fire and Mickey was standing right next to it.
Yeah,
I was like, what happens? Like, at what point does Mickey realize like, no, this is not good? And like, how do they coordinate getting Mickey out of there? He just like, whoop, and he was gone. Yeah. It was great. Fire-eating dragon. Yeah, it's but that happened to the dragon in the Festival of Fantasy Parade at Walt Disney World a few years back. I don't remember if it was like right after COVID or right before COVID. But it was a long time before she came back because she's also caught on fire.
Yeah.
But that was like on the street with no barrier.
Yeah.
So they've actually stopped the pyrotechnics on her for now, until they figure out what the cause of the other fire was. So I have a feeling you're never going to see the
fires again.
Yeah, not in the parade at least. So sorry about that. But yeah, so let's talk about the discounts, because I said I wanted to talk about the discounts for Star Cruiser, because I have theories of what's going to happen, and I have a lot of people that are asking me like, well, do you think the discounts are going to get extended? I was like, well, I really no way, like nobody has any way of knowing except for like the powers that be, right? And they decide these discounts. But we've talked about this, I feel like almost every single stream, because it feels like every stream that we've done, there's been a new discount.
Yeah. It does feel like that.
It does. And it's funny. I was thinking about it today. It's changed the way I sell these things now, because before it was like, you want to go on Star Cruiser? Do you want to or no? Yes? Okay, I'll get you booked. And now it's like, do you want to go on Star Cruiser? Do you qualify for any of these discounts? What's your budget? Do you want me to call for a quote? Like before, it was really as simple as like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And now it's more like a Disney vacation, except that you still have to call it in. You can't quote it on the computer, which is fine. Because like I said, the Star Cruiser cast is just like, or the Star Cruiser booking specialists are just amazing. But yeah, it's my process is having to evolve. I had to go in and like change my booking form. But what we talked about is exactly what's happened, which was DVC got the first discounts, and that was like at the beginning of the year, and it was during their quiet period. We haven't had any discounts. We didn't have any in March. And then in April, we started seeing annual pass holder discounts, and that's from April to June. And now they've opened up these Disney Visa discounts, and most of the dates are in May and June. There's a handful in July, like 3 in August and 2 in September. Like it kind of tapers off. So if you look at that, you can tell what their slow season is, right? It's the summer.
Yeah.
People don't want to go.
Which is very weird.
Very weird. Because think about it. It's hot. I know. So yeah, so let's talk about the discounts and what the pricing looks like right now. I can't talk about the pricing necessarily, but Meet Upon Main hit me up because I don't want to publicly say a price and then somebody watches this video later and is like, "Give me that price," because it may be that and it may not be that in the future. But it's 30% discounts right now, which is wild. But the fact that people don't want to go in the summer and they're not booking in the summer, and I can look, like I'll literally can look at my calendar because I write out my calendar every month for the next 4 months. And I can see the trends on my side, and I'll tell you like, oh yeah, this is a slower month, or oh, then it picks back up here. And it's following exactly what the Disney Visa discounts are doing, which is trying to fill up the cabins in June and July. So
I think and again, it's just trying to speculate why there isn't the visiting to the parks
in the summer. I don't think that it's not the visiting the parks. I think it's Star Cruiser specifically, because the parks are usually busy in the summer because that's when school's out and that's when kids, they're not having to miss school. That's when most people go on vacation. A lot of what I see is people don't want to go on Star Cruiser when it's hot because they want a costume and they don't want to wear their costumes and melt under those 3 suns because it is hot. Danny was talking about the weather on Batu in August. We did a Star Cruiser voyage last August, and I hated our time on Batu. It was so hot. It was so uncomfortable.
I planned accordingly, and even this time, my costumes, they're very, very comfortable. Like it was very intentional. I think that is the more way to go. Like, yes, you want to have like a certain costume, but again, think practically. Like you're going to be here and it's going to be super hot. Cause like right now, that's the thing. I'm making sure I pick up a poncho, and it's kind of colored, with the costume.
Yeah.
So that way, if I need it, I'll have one.
And you'll still match.
Yeah.
But it's just hot. It's, even though you're not out there for that long on Batu, like, it's better than going on a full vacation when you're out in the heat. But I just get cranky when I get too hot. I'm just like, I'm melting. I can't do anything. So I need to make sure we pack our like cooling towels. Because, I mean, I would do it again happily. I will happily melt on Batu for a couple hours if that means I can do Star Cruiser. And I feel like I dressed accordingly last time too. I wore like linen pants and a tank top and my hair up and everything. I don't know. But yeah, so it's following that trend. This new Disney Visa discount, which is very interesting because I didn't realize this until yesterday when this discount dropped, is that you can convert your Chase debit card to a Disney Visa debit card. All you do is call them up and say, hey, I want to convert my debit card. And they're like, cool.
But you got to make sure that it does work.
It's like 3 different like types of checking accounts that you can convert. And I don't think you can do a business account. I didn't look into it too hard. But I converted ours and she was just like, go online. There's like 8 or 10 designs, very random designs. Like 3 of them were Mickey and Friends. One was like, I think Dalmatians. I know.
The only thing is there's no points.
There's no points. So it's all of the benefits of.
This is the finance part of the stream.
What kind of disclaimer do we need to give? Do not take any advice from us. We have no idea what we're doing. Please credit responsibly. Well, and that's the thing is I didn't want to open another credit card.
Yeah.
One, because we've started multiple businesses recently and had to open credit cards. I'm like, I don't want another credit card. I'm not keeping up with it. But the fact that we could do a Disney debit, I was like, well, I mean, what's it going to hurt? And from what I can tell, there's no difference. It's just like if you have questions about your debit card in particular, you have to call the Disney Visa line. I'm never going to have questions about my debit card, so no big deal. But you get all of the benefits. So when you go to Launch Bay at Hollywood Studios and they have that special character meet and greet that you can only get with a Disney Visa, you can do that with the debit card. If you want to get your 10% off of merch when you go shopping, you can do that with the debit card. And we get 20% off with annual pass holder discount. So,
have they stopped selling APs?
You know, I was thinking about that. I haven't heard that they stopped, so I think you can still go buy it.
Yeah.
So
I know that was a thing for a little while.
Yeah, but I had them expedite my debit card. They were like, how's 5 to 10 days? I was like, no. Can you do it faster? And they're like, we can, but we charge you $5. And I was like, okay. They're like, okay, then 2 days. And I was like, all right. And it came today.
Yeah.
It was super fast. So yeah, it's an option. Cause like I said, we try to be very responsible with our credit. And I was like, the last thing we need is another credit card to keep up with. If someone wants to book through you, can they use Disney gift cards? You can. You just have to use a credit card for the deposit for Star Cruiser, but everything else can be however you want. It can be Disney gift cards. You can use a Disney redemption card, which I learned basically like when you have a Disney Visa credit card and you earn points based off your purchases, you take those points and you can load them onto a card. So that way you can use it at Disney. So I guess Disney doesn't just say like, okay, transfer your points.
It's Disney points.
Yeah. So that's how they do it is you load them onto a redemption card and then you can pay with the redemption card. So I learned a lot about Disney Visa yesterday that I did not intend on knowing before yesterday. So here's the other thing about Disney gift cards. Let's just talk finances for a while.
We could talk about the Apple savings account, the 4.15% interest rate. That's crazy.
Oh my gosh. So for gift cards, if you do go and like utilize the Target deal where you go and buy your Disney gift cards and you get 5% off because you use your red card and that type of stuff, doesn't matter the denominations that you get it in. You can go on disneygiftcard.com and combine gift cards up to $1,000 on one gift card. So if you go out and you buy like $10, $50 gift cards, you can put it all and do like one $500 gift card. Is that right? Did that math? I think so.
But you could combine it.
You can combine it. And that's what I always tell people to do is like, especially if you don't, like, if something happens and you have to cancel for whatever reason, whether it's you or a hurricane or something, and they have to refund your money, it goes back on the original form of payment. So if you gave me like 20 gift card numbers,
Make sure you have all 20
you
of them.
have to remember all 20 of those numbers and like which one went back on which. So if you give me 3 numbers, that's a lot easier for you to keep track of and a lot easier for me to keep track of. So that's always my...
Yeah, because I've seen, you know, again, like TikToks of people like whenever they find those discounts or like just they've got spare money, that way they could save up during the year for a trip.
Yeah.
And, you know, they just collect the gift cards.
Yeah. Honestly, I love when clients pay with gift cards because it's so easy. It's so much easier than like having to run a credit card and hoping that it goes through and that you have all of the information and that it gets approved, because there's times when it doesn't. And you're like, do I have that information? Do you have a credit limit on your card? Do you have a daily credit limit on your card? And there's always something. So a Disney gift card, you're just like, here's the number. And it tells you like, here's how the balance on it.
Yeah.
And it works every time. It's wonderful. Yep. Target, Costco and Sam's and BJ's do the same thing. Oh, there you go. See, I don't get into I've never done the like Target Red Card. And we don't do Costco or Sam's either. Or BJ. I don't know what BJ's is. I'm assuming it's similar. Yeah. Like a wholesaler or something. But yeah, so that was...
Yeah, it's a good way to get like a little bit extra out of that.
Yeah. I mean, why not, right? If you want to go do that, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's been fun this week. But the good thing is like I've got my Star Cruiser processes down to a science at this point. Like as we were sitting here, like right before our stream cut out, I saw like a new one come through and I'm like, oh, well, after the stream, I can go just like knock that out and go send out what I need to send and then book it in the morning. It's easy.
Nate says, I did the Target card once. It was bad. I kept buying Lego.
Dude.
I had an itch for Lego. Like, so I don't have, you know, we have, you know, a couple little sets that, you know, our son has. But for some reason, like last week or maybe the week before, I was just like itching for that Millennium Falcon, the big one. And I was so tempted to just like go.
Was it when I was out of town? You're just like, what if?
It might have been. I don't remember. I think it was. I was just kind of like, maybe I was bored or something. I don't know. I was just like, oh my gosh, like I kind of want it out of nowhere, right?
I think
like it's not, again, it's not something I get all the time or anything like that. It was just like, I think I saw it and I was like, I want it.
I think that's like the big irresponsible purchase that we want, right? Like that's the big thing on both of our wish lists is like, if we felt like spending a ridiculous amount of money on a toy or on anything, what would it be? It'd be the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
And so I don't think like that's not something we've convinced ourselves to go spend our money on yet. So it's like, but if we did, speaking of which, did you see, I meant to tell you this earlier. Did you see that, you saw Bed Bath & Beyond is closing, right?
Yeah.
But we've been seeing those TikToks about the creamy.
Oh yeah.
And I saw a TikTok of somebody going in there and the creamy, is it a Ninja creamy? Yeah. But it's basically like an ice cream maker, but like a small one. But everybody's just like making ice cream out of everything. And I'm like, I want that. But I was like, oh my God, we should have gone to Bed Bath & Beyond and seen if we could get a good deal on one.
I think it's starting this week.
Is it?
That all the clearance stuff. I don't know.
Somebody walked in, they had stickers all over everything. It's probably already gone, stuff like that. That's got to go like instantly. We're pretty lazy about like, I mean, we'll make it over when we can. We're not like a drop everything and go. Maybe she'll think I already had it. We do want to do like a cool, like a coffee table or something.
Yeah. That's what I would want to do if I had like the big coffee table of it.
That'd be fun.
So.
But would you resin it?
No.
Because could you imagine if you
not
built
that.
like a whole
not the Lego
set?
like that? I think the resin table little
Like
trench
the
run.
trench run things.
That would be like more of the micro machines or
Like the smaller ones.
yeah.
Yeah, but could you imagine like building a huge Lego set and then pouring resin and like one piece pops off and it's just floating?
Yeah.
Heard something about the monorail closing permanently. I heard something about that and I didn't read enough into it. I think there was something about like the government wanting to impose like refurbishments on it or something.
Yeah, well, I don't know about specifically the monorail. I think it was this battle DeSantis versus Disney type of thing.
You saw Disney suing DeSantis now?
I saw that, but I haven't seen like what it was. But
yeah,
it's more of just like back and forth. So it's really going to be one of those. It's a measuring contest. It's a whatever you want to call it. This is what that is right now, and it's. I think we're going to be the ones lose. Like people are going to be the ones losing in the end.
Yeah,
it's not going to be either of those, entities.
Yeah,
it's going to be the bystanders that are going to lose.
Right, prices are going to go up. It's also why they need to build a Star Cruiser in California. I mean, I'm all for more Star Cruisers.
Yeah, if they built a Star Cruiser over there, that would be, really, really appealing. Again, I'm still hurt. If you weren't here earlier, I'm still like hurt and upset that how trash, we've been treated.
My DMs were filled with today. It was just like, why is East not getting any love?
Yeah,
it's like. We can point to the whole like Disneyland is for locals and they need to get people, but to not give us anything, and especially in the same article, like don't put the whole article together and 3/4 of it is what Disneyland is getting, and then 1/4 of it is what Disney World's getting, and half of that stuff we already have.
Yeah,
like.
Yeah, it's insulting. I honestly feel that like I'm insulted. Like you couldn't do anything. And maybe because of all the stuff that's going on, that is what they're trying to, shepherd people to California, with all the stuff that's with the, the government wise. But
they could have just done just a little special blue milk.
Yeah.
That's all I want. And the popcorn, like it's so easy. Like Epcot has festivals with new foods all the time. Why could we just not get a couple of new foods for one day? Even just make it a whole month. Make it a Star Wars festival.
I don't know.
You got me all.
I mean, right now
riled up now.
Sorry, it's again. I after seeing that, like it was like one thing after another. I was like, come on, like give me something.
Maybe Star Cruiser will get something special. I think there was something on the data pad that said that there was going to be like a special toast or something like that. And then it disappeared. I think Nate might have been the one that flagged it. And because it was scheduled for like 10 hours long. It said it was from like 10 a.m. to like 9 p.m. or 11 hours long. But
that could be
it disappeared. So I think there's going to be something maybe for Star Cruiser, but we won't know until we're there. I'm hoping there's like at least a new drink. I think that would be fun.
Make one.
We'll make one.
Say, hey, put this and this together.
The toast isn't in there anymore, Nate. I looked earlier today. I've been checking like every day to see.
Or maybe we were invited. Only Nate was.
Oh, look at you. You're so special. Tell us about it, please. It's wild. It's wild that we're in. It's just a weird week. Like I was in Disney a week ago.
Yeah. And you're going back?
Not riding Tron because I was in turmoil. Well, they didn't call our Tron until it was like 11:45 at night.
Julie, that's what Dano said. He was like, he'll bring it for Sarah.
Yeah. Oh man.
I should bring some tahini.
Yeah.
So I could put on my green milk.
Do they make like, I was going to say, do they make travel tahini? But like we've been blowing through tahini in this house lately. I didn't used to like tahini because the only
I think it was me I was consistent. You're just starting to eat it more.
probably so. But the well, the only way that you used to, no, that's different. It will be on day 1 is May the 3rd, so it'll be on night 2. Good night, Fuzzy. I completely lost my train of thought. Never mind. Oh no, tahini. You used to only eat it on fruit. And so you would eat it on like mango or watermelon. And I don't like a savory watermelon. I like a sweet watermelon. I like my fruit. I like sweet foods. But then when we started eating healthier, our afternoon snack was like plain popcorn with lime juice and tahini. And I think that's what got me addicted. And now we drink like tahini and chamoy margaritas.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh man, they're really good. When you guys visit, do the time change help or hurt either you or the kids? When we visit, which side? When we go to Orlando, it's not an issue, like at all, for even for the kids. Because the problem is too, when we go to the parks, like we're out and about at weird hours, so the kids will end up getting tired. Like if our daughter takes a nap, it's usually like either super early, like mid-morning, or like 5 p.m. And she doesn't really take naps anymore anyway.
Yeah, so
for East, no, it doesn't bother us. Even for when we went to California last year, that did bother us because we were staying out till.
I think that it was more of like
we were
past
staying
our
out till
bedtime.
like 2 a.m.
Past
which was
our
like
bedtime.
4 a.m. our time was ridiculous. It's like, well, we're parents. We're old. We shouldn't be doing this. But yeah, it was. I can't wait. I can't wait for next week. The next time we do this, then our next live will be after.
Yeah.
So we'll have an episode come out. Hopefully, we'll have an episode come out right before the trip, right before the voyage starts, and then right after we get back, we'll have a live that week.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like if we still have this next week one.
Do the episode or not?
Do the episode or not.
I think it'll depend. I mean, you guys don't want to hear the behind the scenes of us talking about like our program.
Yeah,
and everything.
This is what we would be like. Typically after the stream, we'll sit here and this is our business time, and we say, okay, like what's
not that business time. We actually talk business.
But we're just kind of like, okay, timing of things, what we're gonna talk about and stuff. Yeah. And I think that was one of the ideas we were toying with, is like maybe holding off on this one, because we could do where it's almost like we shift it. We'll have to look at the schedule, but we could shift it. We don't have a live after, and we just go to another episode.
We could do that too. So. We'll have to look, because I know I've got a lot of travel planned.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing.
That's the hard part. Bump it a day. Well, that's the problem, is like if we do have a live, so if we do have an episode, our episodes go out on Tuesdays. And so we would have an episode come out on this Tuesday, which would be the beginning of our trip. So just having something ready for that. And then we get back over the weekend. I don't think we would have time to like record something and get it edited.
Yeah. But that's if that's true.
Yeah. So I think we either just like miss it completely, or we'd have to just miss it completely, I think. I don't know. We'll see. Peter's here. Peter, why do you always come over whenever the stream is ending?
Oh, because it's like 8 o'clock.
How are you feeling? I know you've been sick, and I know we haven't talked about how you're feeling, but I know you and Kitra weren't feeling well. Yeah, we were talking to Peter earlier about East versus West food. I'm not going to bring it back up. I'm not going to bring it back up. But yeah, it's... Just let it go. Yeah. We're going to bring the fun to Batu East. That's all we need to concern ourselves with. Nate says we could do a Thank the Maker podcast in the hotel room. Oh, okay. Kitra was sick. I'm glad she's better. We've never done like a podcast on the go.
See, I would love, like, for me, I would want to have like a nice like little setup, like being able to just like like a backpack type of thing. Have the
Oh, you want the whole thing? Like you want nice microphones and everything?
Yeah. Imagine being able to like have a whole setup where you have like a couple cameras.
Oh my gosh.
USB cameras. It wouldn't be like these, but maybe some,
Could you imagine
Logitech, and
the
being able to set
anxiety
it.
of like traveling with that? You'd have to carry that on.
Yeah, but I mean, if you could figure out a way to have this like mobile podcast station,
It'd be cool.
so
I'd be down. The only problem too is like we're sharing rooms with like so many different people. Like the night before, we're sharing a room with one set of friends, and then we're sharing a room on Star Cruiser with a different set of friends, and then we're sharing a room after Star Cruiser. Like we would never have time to just like sit in a hotel room and just record the two of us. Usually do a Tuesday night watch party. Maybe we should do a live in the lounge. How did Adam do it while touring? Adam did come to our house when he was touring. He didn't bring he just brought a mic, I think.
Yeah, to ours he brought a mic.
And we just basically duct taped it to a stick.
Yeah, he takes his with him though.
Yeah, he took his Rodecaster and his mic with him. Because he wanted like a really cool setup, but they weren't doing video at the time. And I think Bank the Maker's about to switch over to YouTube pretty shortly here.
Yeah.
Like
we've inspired. We've influenced.
Yeah, they're working on it.
I haven't. I saw that.
Dude, it looks crazy. Where it like and it's made like specifically for.
No. So that's a plugin. The Autopod.
Oh, okay.
Is a plugin, but the the Adobe Firefly, it's supposed to kind of do the same thing. Like the Autopod is already out. I think the Firefly is supposed to.
So what is the Firefly? That's
the AI of Adobe, like Adobe's AI.
Oh, okay. Because I watched a TikTok earlier where it was just like ours, where it was like a multi-camera podcast situation, and you just go label each of the cameras, like Steven, Sarah, and the microphones, and then it sees when one person is talking and it cuts to that person, because you do that manually now.
Well, see, we could go more technical about it. So the issue that I run into is each of our recordings, the audio isn't recorded through the camera. It's recorded through the microphone, which is fed into OBS. Is where I'm recording it. So it's getting both the audios. It's not getting individual. Our mics are getting individuals. So I have to always in post add the individuals onto, like, sync it with the dual. And it would almost be the opposite. I would need to record the audio from the cameras. So you have that
oh, interesting.
like that's you or whatever.
Interesting. I don't understand it, but if it could help make your job easier.
It is.
Dude, we still haven't finished Last of Us.
AI, it's all over the place.
We had this like wonderful delusion maybe like a month ago where like we have so much time before Star Cruiser, and so we started watching shows. Like we would just take a couple nights a week to just like chill and sit on the couch and watch TV. Where we started Last of Us. We started White Lotus. I feel like there was a third one that we had started. Oh, we watched John Wick.
All the movies.
1 and 2 and half of 3.
Yeah.
And then our Peacock subscription. We had canceled it, and so we still had like the rest of the month. We didn't finish. We were like halfway through 3. Maybe one day we'll watch TV again. I've been watching Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Because that's like my background, like costuming. I know.
Time.
But you know what? Now we have a little more time too, because Mandalorian's over.
Which is sad. It's like there's no Star Wars.
And we don't even have a date for when we'll get. I mean, we're going to have Visions and Young Jedi Adventures next week.
Yeah.
But all of that drops at once.
I think the game coming out, there's going to be the story. So I think that'll
help.
That'll help take you over to
take Ahsoka. You over.
So
I don't play it. Will you just like bedtime story me every night and just be like, okay, so then Cal and Beatty.
Their crazy adventures that have gone on.
Wednesdays aren't the same.
It's true.
I didn't realize that it was different. I maybe because like last week I was at Disney, and so you and I watched Mandalorian, which stunk, right? Because we had to watch it separate.
I watched it with Dano and the gang.
Oh,
so.
You stayed up super late and watched it. Did you stay up late or did you take a nap and wake up?
No, I stayed up.
Ooh.
So.
And then you like had to watch the kids the whole next day?
Yeah.
Man. Is that what he's doing as Rebels? I know that he did a watch party. Oh, Ahsoka's in August. Man, that's a long time. We got so spoiled this year.
That it was so back to back.
Like it's May, or not May yet, but for the first 4 months of the year, we had Star Wars every single week.
Yeah.
Rebels rewatch. I do want to do a rewatch of Rebels beforehand. Anyone else have a hard time rewatching the anime or watching the animated stuff?
Yeah, I think that's the thing too.
Yeah.
Like, there's not gonna be really anything to kind of like, or if something does come out, it's gonna be very much like this is the show to watch. Everybody's gonna watch it because there's nothing else on.
Yeah, I think that'll give us an opportunity too to catch up on these shows that we had started. Yeah, so I've been watching Clone Wars I think for 17 years now. My first watch through.
Until you're like watching it, you're like, I think I've seen this episode.
Every episode I'm like that too, aren't I?
Yeah.
I think I'm in season 3 still, but I've been trying. I think like for the last year I've started, and I usually watch it like. Here's the problem. I like to watch Clone Wars on the plane because I know it's something safe enough that I can watch. Like I can't watch White Lotus on the plane. So Clone Wars is like my safe show. So I just like have a bunch of them downloaded and I watch. And it's a Pavlovian effect now because I love to sleep on an airplane because like we fly Southwest, we don't buy the Wi-Fi. So like there's not much to do. You either watch what you downloaded or just like sit. And so I fall asleep, man. And I've gotten real good at falling asleep on the airplane. So now whenever I get on the plane, I start watching Clone Wars and I fall asleep. And so now it's just like Clone Wars puts me to sleep. I'm trying to truck through it. So like I also watch it whenever we're costuming.
What I want to read or I want to listen to is the Thrawn books.
Ooh, beforehand.
Because I think that's going to be more telling of stuff.
Yeah.
Of what's going to be coming.
I like Clone Wars, though. I really do enjoy watching it. But watching it now, even though like you and our son watched it, forever ago, I'm like, oh, yeah, I've seen that. Oh, yeah, didn't this happen? And then sure enough, that happens. I'm like, okay, yes, I have seen probably every episode of this. I just don't remember. I have the worst memory when it comes to.
Yeah.
I can watch a movie and you'll be like, yeah, what'd you think about this? I'm like, what do you mean? I get the overarching things. Yeah, I'm also watching it like as it was released. I'm not watching like the chronological order of it just because I'm lazy. A 12-hour flight. Whew, that's a long flight. See, I don't think I've gotten to the Droid Professor yet. I think I'm most of the way through season 3 at this point. But I would love to get through Clone Wars and Rebels before Ahsoka starts. If not, if I get to like, I probably need to start now. There's no
honestly,
way
I think this trip I might like for my flight get, like I said, I want to read the Thrawn books.
Yeah.
Just because like I haven't read through them and I feel like that's story that I need to know.
See, I feel like I know Rebels better.
I probably will start watching, like just having Rebels on. So
we could do that. We can make Rebels like a family viewing.
Maybe.
Although our kids are really into Teen Titans Go right now.
Our daughter, I think she's discovered it. So.
Well, like you put on the movie the other. Like we love Teen Titans Go. Like that was our. I think about like the time we went to Hawaii. We spent like a week and a half in Hawaii. I was newly pregnant and just like sick the whole time. So we spent a lot of time just in the hotel chilling and we watched so much Teen Titans. Like I think it was a brand new show. We watched every episode that had been ever aired like multiple times on that trip. And so it's just like special to us. But you put the movie on for the kids the other day and they like fell in love with it.
Dan.
So it's been good. We've been listening to the soundtrack for the movie like on repeat all week.
Yeah, it's about 3 hours.
Yeah, it's a short flight. But yeah, it's just weird. It's weird to live in this like in between week, like right beforehand. Like I don't know what next week has in store. I'm so concerned for my tummy.
Oh, that one is a good one, Nate.
What was the other one that our kids really liked? Gravity Falls.
Gravity Falls.
Which we never got into the
lore of it.
Yeah.
We just watched it as it was.
Yeah.
Big City Green.
Oh, Big City Greens is the one that they really liked before this. Yeah, Gravity Falls was a good one.
And we watched a lot of Adventure Time back in the day. So
Yep. It was funny though. Our daughter came to us with her iPad. She was like, "Can you put on the one with the pink hair?" I was like, "I have no idea what you're talking about." She's like, "You know what I'm talking like." Yeah, I mean, she's a toddler, but she was like, "You know what I'm trying to tell you." And I was like, "I'm so sorry, I don't." And our son was like, "She wants Teen Titans, but what is it? It's on HBO or something."
yeah.
So, like, you can't put HBO on your iPad. Sorry, kiddo.
PB&J.
I feel like our kids have watched that.
Possibly.
Yeah, not like a whole bunch. But yeah, they like the weird, like, they're cartoons, like, that adults can enjoy, but then kids can also enjoy them.
I don't think there's too much educational value to.
No. But I mean, it's hard to find, not something you guys care about, but it's hard to find, like, good shows for kids. There's, like, Coco Melon.
Well, no, I think
There's
the thing
Bluey.
is
We
I think
love
what, yeah,
Bluey.
Blue's the top one. I think what happens is, if you don't know, kids watch things on repeat. So it's more of a sanity check for us. We're like, okay, let me put you onto something else that maybe I can enjoy too.
Yeah, that's definitely it.
So
Good night, Fuzzy. I think we might actually head
yeah.
to. Are we going to costume tonight?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm already in my head thinking like this is what I need to do. So
We'll get through it. We'll be ready. Whatever we get
whatever
through,
level, yeah.
we get through. Maybe we'll have an episode on Tuesday. Maybe we'll have completed costumes. You pick one.
Yeah.
We don't even have kids, but we'll watch Bluey. I love
good.
it. It's a great show. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with us here.
Yes.
Me here, you there. And we will see you on the other side of Star Cruiser.
Check out Instagram, see our stories, and
Oh man.
see what everything's gonna be, because it'll probably just be a bunch.
And we've got
bunch of
people in
stuff.
here that we're gonna
Yeah.
get to see. So
We'll see you guys later.
it's gonna be amazing. Bye.